How is my YouTube family doing today? Welcome back to Shaman's Kitchen. If you're new to my channel, I would like to welcome you to my channel. Today, I'm going to be making some, guess what I'm making? Natalie, you know what?
Yes.
Today, I'm going to be making some Chinese cake. I did this recipe a couple of years back, but my kids love Chinese cake and I am going to make some to share the recipe with all my new viewers and YouTube family. So come on down and let's make some Chinese cake. So the dough is very simple, and I did pastry dough many times on my channel, but I'm still gonna do it step by step. I have my flour here. I will leave all the measurement in the description box below. I have cold butter and cold Crisco shortening. You can either use one, but I like to use a little bit of both. And I have here some ice cold water. Look at that. So cold. So we have to prepare this dough with cold butter, cold shortening, and cold water. Let's go. So before we do anything with the water and the dough, we're gonna mix in our vegetable shortening and our butter well into the flour. You can use a mixer to do this. It's very fast and easy, but I'm gonna do it with my hands today. Now that I well and incorporate the butter and the shortening into the flour, it kind of look like wet sand, and that's the texture we're looking for. We're gonna go ahead now with our ice cold water and mix this into a nice rustic dough. So we're gonna nicely fold it in together so that we can get all that crumbled pieces in one big ball. And this dough is done and ready to go. So I'm gonna cut this dough in half because it's easy for me to work with it when I have smaller portions. And I'm just gonna wrap it up just like this and leave it in my fridge until I finish preparing the filling. So just like this, we're gonna wrap it up in a piece of cling wrap or plastic wrap and leave it into the fridge. You can leave this for a day or two before you make it. If you don't have time the same day, you can certainly do it a later day and the dough will still be fine. In the fridge they go. So for the filling, we're gonna boil our black eye. I'm adding a little pinch of salt in the water. I soaked my black eye overnight and I'm gonna boil it until it is nice and soft. So my black eye is going into the hot salted water now. So my black eye is ready. I'm gonna strain it out. I'm just showing you how nice and soft. It's very hot. Once you can smash it like that, you know your black eye is ready. I'm gonna strain it out, let it cool off a bit before we start working on our next step. So we're gonna add our black eye piece to my food processor, and then we're gonna ground it up until it's nice and fine. Make sure you drain the black eye before grinding it. So we blend it to a nice smooth texture. On the stove I have about 4 to 5 tablespoons of butter warming up. So into the butter we're gonna add our black eyed peas. Just like that. So we're gonna mix this around in the butter until we incorporate the mixture into that butter nicely. The butter and the black eye will bring out a nice flavor. So the next thing we're gonna add is our brown sugar, and the brown sugar will help to give it a nice dark color, but we still need to add something to enhance that dark color for the filling. I'm gonna add some cinnamon. So you really want to work in the sugar, cinnamon, and the black eyed peas together. At this point you can put your stove on medium to low heat, so everything can really mix in well together. And the color is becoming darker, but this is still not the color we're looking for. So to get the color darker and give it that vibrant, nice color, I'm adding some gravy browning. If you have caramel browning, that works well. This gravy browning can work for cake and for any baking goods. This browning also works great for stews and gravy. A little bit of this goes a long way. So we're just gonna add about a 1/4 teaspoon first. And if we have to add more, then we'll go in with more. This is not a regular measuring spoon, but I have the average. Let's see. We're gonna work this in and decide if we need to add more. So I added a little bit more of the browning, and all together we have about 1/2 teaspoon in there, which is gonna give it that perfect color. If you like yours darker, you can add as you go, but be careful with the gravy browning because sometimes it can be overpowering and taste a little bit on the bitter side. That's just a little tip. So our filling is looking beautiful. I'm gonna leave it to cool off, and then we're gonna fill them in and start preparing our Chinese cake, the final step. So now it's time for us to put our dough together with the filling, and let's flour up our counter here. And I just have 1/2 of the dough. So if you notice, you can see little chunks of butter all over. And that's the reason why we leave the dough in the refrigerator, because those butter not melted help to bring out a beautiful pastry dough, nice and flaky the way you want it to be. So let me roll this off as nicely as I can. So we're gonna cut off little pieces of dough like that, right away around. So we're gonna flatten the dough a little bit more just to give us some room to work with. Just like that. And then we're gonna add our filling right in the middle here. Look at my filling, it darkened up nicely. Look at that. A nice portion in the middle so we can have a nice full Chinese cake. And the texture for the filling is perfect, done perfectly well. I'm just gonna put a little bit of milk around the edges, and then we're gonna use that as the binding agent to seal everything up. You can use egg if you like, or you can just use a little bit of water. So let me show you the next step. We're gonna bring everything up to the edges, and then we will nicely seal the edges like this, just like that. And then we're gonna roll them like this to make them nice and smooth. And this one here is ready. So we're gonna roll off another one, just like that. You guys see how simple it is to make this Chinese cake. And what I love about Guyana is made up of 6 different races, and every single race came with a unique recipe. And this one we were inherited by the Chinese. It is very similar to their Chinese moon cake. The inside filling tastes exactly like the same. And every different culture adapt to all the other culture food. And that's what makes us so beautiful and so unique. I would like to take this opportunity to wish Auntie Pauline all the way in the US a happy birthday. These greetings are coming from Auntie Shai, Auntie Fazi, Rosanna, and all the rest of the family. Happy birthday, Auntie Pauline. So smooth it off a little, and then make sure the bottom is well sealed. And then I have these ones all done. So with the same milk that we were sealing the edges with, I'm gonna go in and add a few drops of yellow coloring to brush the top with. And over here, I have my red coloring with a little bit of water just to make that little dot on the top to make it the unique way as we normally see them. I'm gonna leave all the measurement for the dough and the filling in the description box below. I'm gonna quickly brush all of them with the milk and the coloring to get a beautiful finish at the end. For all my vegetarian friends and family out there, this is also a vegetarian friendly pastry. Today I substitute the egg and brush the pastry with milk and food coloring instead. This pastry is also rich in protein because black-eyed peas is very high in protein and fiber. So it's a very nice pastry to consume. To create that unique red mark on top of the Chinese cake, I made a paste with red food coloring and a little bit of water. Do you ever wonder why they put the red dots on the Chinese cake? I believe they did this to differentiate Chinese cake from the other pastries. Let me know what you think. And even though I didn't bake them yet, they look original, right? They are ready for my 350-degree oven just for about 20 to 25 minutes. I made these ones small, but you can make yours bigger if you like, or even smaller. With my dough mixture that I'm sharing on the recipe link, I just use half of that. This is 2.5 cups of cooked black-eyed peas. So I'm gonna leave all the ingredients and measurement in the description box. And I think I have about 11 or 12 here. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I have 11. Happy birthday greetings going out to Auntie Bibi, who's celebrating her 65th birthday today. Birthday greetings are coming from your entire family, from your brother Riza, from me and the YouTube family. We wish you many more happy birthdays to come. Birthday greetings are also going out to Sandra Mahadio all the way from Trinidad. Sandra celebrated her birthday last Sunday, and we wish you many more happy birthdays to come, Sandra. Hope you enjoy your birthday. So let's do our taste test, and as you can see, some of it are gone, and it is beautifully well packed with filling. Check that out. It smells very nice when you open it. Oh my goodness. Let me taste for you all. Cheers. The filling is just perfect. And as you can see, oh my God. Oh my God. The pastry is just amazing. Look at that. There is no shortage of the filling in there. Just a cup of tea, and I can have this for my breakfast. So thank you all so much for making Chinese cake with me. If you never had it before, I hope you'll give it a try. Very simple recipe. And stay tuned for more amazing videos to come. Take care. God bless. Love you guys.